Welcome back to HIP. So first things first, I have to mention yesterday's episode. It was pointed out that for maybe some of the episode or maybe all of it, I had Yes Man enabled. Now there is a reason for that. I thought I disabled it again, and I don't really want to spoil it, but I have been working on a silly little mod for this series. Do I want to spoil it? I suppose I kind of owe you guys an explanation for why I had it on. Basically, I'm working on a mod that requires us to defeat the Pope in a war for it to fire, and obviously I had to yes man out the Pope with the war with the Pope in my testing to see if it worked, and I must have left it on. So that's all that was. However, I did watch back yesterday's videos after somebody pointed that out, and wrote down every time that yes man affected the playthrough. Luckily, as far as I can tell, there wasn't any times it was affected. There were wars that we could have surrendered, or could have, enforced demands on immediately, but I didn't. I obviously fought them all. But if I'm wrong on that, if there were any bonuses we got out of having Yes Man on for the 10-15 minutes I think it was enabled, please let me know, and I will incorporate some sort of penalty into the playthrough to reflect that. But to my knowledge, I don't think it had any effects on the gameplay whatsoever from watching it, because we fought those several rebellions, and obviously we had to fight those. I will point out, no, I'm not going to talk about what I'm planning. I was going to say I'll tell you a little bit more about what I've got planned, but no, I'm absolutely not, because I think it's kind of funny. It's not very historically immersive, I will admit, but I thought it'd be a fun little comedy relief. It's not much, it's just a small event. But we'll talk about more about that later. Anyway, right now we are Emperor Au Contraire II, the Frog, which everybody's having a great laugh about, because never even occurred to me that our French king is referred to as the Frog, which is, if you're, for example, a 19th century Englishman, you may refer to a Frenchman as a frog. It's generally like a racial slur, but hasn't been used for hundreds of years, and if it's used in 2018, everyone's like, yeah, I remember when that was funny. So the plan this time around is very simple. We abolish council power, and if we can do it, we become primogeniture. Now, a lot of people have some concerns regarding our vassal management, saying that we're going to get a lot of rebellions, but I disagree massively, seeing as out of the entirety of our vassals of the Holy Roman Empire, which is 67 vassals, we currently, our least favourable vassal, or our vassal that is least favourable of us, has 29 opinion. And that also includes the anger over reform, so abolishing some council power, the increased council authority, the high crown authority. This guy also wants a seat on the council. We're also a foreigner. There's a lot of different things. And of course, the imperial decay there right at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, all things considered, I'm not worried about revolt risk. In fact, let's check the revolt risk. Yeah, no, I'm not concerned about that at all. That's not even on my list of things to do today. Generally, right now, I think keeping things stable, just making sure we're staying like this, maybe flipping over to rulership now that we've got, what is that? We've got two sons. We've got a good son and then a crappy backup foie gras, our short heir, just another one to keep the family tree going, because we are the only three surviving male Karlings now. Right, Au Contraire the third, and obviously foie gras. Outside of that, there's no other Karlings. I'm going to go for rulership focus in the hopes that there are some events, maybe around rulership focus that affect imperial decay. Kind of hope so. Keep an eye on feasts and tournaments as well. Using those will help affect things a little bit. What else have we got to do, realistically? I think besides just being a good ruler and keeping the realm together right now, there's nothing to worry about. Now, obviously, our long-term goal is mending the Great Schism, because I've never actually played a Catholic emperor before. In fact, I don't think I've ever played a Catholic ruler before in CK2 on the channel before this series. So, this is pretty good. I think mending the Great Schism is the ultimate goal for either a Catholic or Orthodox ruler, right? So that's going to be our ultimate goal for this playthrough. Not to form the Roman Empire, because we've done that before as a Hellenic pagan. Instead, we'll do it as, or we'll mend the Great Schism, which is essentially the same as forming Rome, because it's very, very similar borders. But we will do this as a Catholic, so I think that'd be kind of fun, and I'm sure, there have been many playthroughs of Orthodox reforming the Schism, seeing as they're the only ones that can do it in the base game, to my knowledge, but this could be fun. We've got a lot of people to fight in that case. We've got to fight the big blue Seljuks at some stage, these big boys over here. What are their army sizes looking like at this point of the game? Look at that helmet. Look at that wife. 63,000 men. That's quite a lot, but to be honest, when we've got Imperial Decay, obviously with Imperial Decay, at the rate it is right now, I wouldn't want to fight him, because we've got too much of an issue there. Retinue size is down by 100%, which is where the bulk of our decent fighting forces can come from. Coupled with, obviously, the minimum levy size there, the maximum levy size. Man, maximum level size down by 42% is pretty significant. That's actually huge. I'm not too concerned about anything else, though. Morale of armies is lower, but, with big enough doom stacks, who cares? Land organization is down a little bit, but that just affects supply. Reinforcement rate is pretty massive. And again, plot power defense is pretty massive, but they're the two big concerns here. So, auto-stop plots, good intrigue. and slowly converting over primogeniture, I think, is definitely our goals. Now, what do we need for grinding the mate schism is what I was going to say, and I'm going to stick with that. Constantinople must be Catholic. Antioch must be Catholic. Kudus, I assume, is Jerusalem, but I actually don't know, seeing as we don't hold that, and it is currently under control of the Turkic Seljuks. Where is Jerusalem? It's one of these fucking places, right? I actually don't know, but it's one of them. It's around there somewhere. I'm going to assume that one's Jerusalem, and I do know you do need that to mend the Great Schism. Then we've also got, what is that? Not any independent ruler starts. Publicly follow Orthodox religion. What does that mean? How would I interpret that? Not any independent ruler starts follows Orthodox religion. What does that mean? I don't know. But we have to control Rome, and that has to be Catholic as well. Obviously. So Constantinople. Wait, Constantinople's already there. What does that mean? I wish I knew what that meant. Well, it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, I generally know the rules for mending the Great Schism. I've done it before as Orthodox, just sort of playing of my own accord. So that's fine. We can press the lower Imperial Decay button. Excellent. That's what I was waiting for. Boom. Oh, we got a -3. So the -3 is the biggest amount of Imperial Decay we can get from that one, so that's fantastic. We are now down to 67 Imperial Decay, which is still fucking terrible, to be honest with you. Duke Wolf has returned aboard with a well-preserved tongue. Oh shit, a Tongue of a Saint is obviously very good. This does 48 opinion of us, so we can choose to obviously, you know, suitably reward him, earn my favour, or everything else. Probably going to go with that one, because it increases his opinion of us by 15, and it also means he could potentially become our close friend, and as a Chancellor and as a powerful vassal, that's very good. In fact, I think he's it must be our Chancellor with 25, surely. Yeah, no, he is. That one's very, very good. Chance to become friends, and as far as I can tell, we don't actually lose any gold or anything else either out of that. So we're going to do that one and hope to hell we become good friends. We didn't, but it doesn't matter too much. We've received, what did we actually get? So we got the Tongue of a Saint out of that, which I believe gives +1 diplomacy. I don't actually remember a lot of these random saint crap. Where is it? Amongst all our other saintly crap we've got going on. Yeah, it was. It's diplomacy +1. Now, I believe those also stack. However, if you loot them, it counts as an imitation, so you'll destroy it. So say, for example, you get another event like that and you get another Tongue of the Saint, then you can use both. But if you loot one during a siege, it's automatically destroyed. It's just to stop. I believe it's balancing just to stop you getting like 50 diplomacy from stacking up a load of different tongues. Now, first things first, what I'd like to do is actually grab Constantinople, or at least kick out the Byzantines. Destroying the Byzantine Empire should be our top priority. Fake Rome, essentially, is what they stand for, and they stand for an insult against the Catholicism, the Catholicism, which I'm a big fan of. This homosexual, fat, proud idiot runs a church of lies and sin. So we're gonna, well, let's just see what we've got, actually, to declare war against him. So we can claim the Byzantine Empire for this lady. I wonder if we could do some fancy marriages here. She's 32. We're 29. We also have waifu. Kill waifu. Marry Byzantine inheritor. Just inherit the whole thing. What do you think? That might be a good plan. Waifu, you're good, but when they have 3 children in this, or as we've seen before, when they have a set amount of children, they become unfruitful. So I think waifu can daifu, and we'll go and get ourselves a new one, a fancy Greek wife. We'll go Mediterranean. And then, Yes Man still isn't on, is it? That looks to me like it might be on. It's not on. It just turns out people hate my wife. Now it's on, so I need to turn it off again. Right, there we go. We're good. This has been what? Oh, we got how to build a well. And I almost completely overlooked it. So that, she's seriously this much hated. Why? Honestly, don't really know. Who cares, to be honest with you? And a lot of other people want to join that, so it's definitely not Yes Man interfering here, seeing as we've got a lot of people also willing to join the plot. Most of the point, she's dead as dicks. Actually, it's more likely probably because a lot of these are our vassals and they all fucking love us. So just go to this dude, 71 opinion, we go to this dude, 100 opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's par for the course, really. Let's kill her dead, get rid of her, and then, what have we got? We got Byzantium. So I want to find out who is someone we can claim the throne for. So it's actually either Princess Kalana or Comtesse Technodoti. Technodoti, she is married. We could kill off her husband, though. She is, however, unfruitful. We're looking for somebody who's still capable of, obviously, churning out a bunch of kids so that we can eventually inherit that title. Okay, so let's instead go... Maybe there's someone distantly who could inherit the Byzantine Empire. Doesn't matter too much. Right, let's go for... what about you? So, Princess Kalana of the Basilia Romaion. I don't know if that's how you say that. It's Roman, obviously, the Byzantine Empire, or the Roman. What do we want to go for here? Where is she? She is in... Oh, she's actually in Greece, but under a Catholic king? Yes. Under a Central Germanic king. Oh, actually, one of our vassals. Of course, we're the me thinking, oh, there's only the HRE. Yeah, that's us, genius. Okay, so she actually might accept a marriage if we wanted to offer her that. More to the point, can we invite her to our court? More to the point, she will join our court if we buy a favor from her, because she's not related to any ruler right now. She's also not a spy master. She also has no reason to stay because she doesn't have any lovers or any children or anything like that. What if we just invite her to court? She'll say no, because she's found her calling as what? She's some sort of... Oh, she's born in the purple. Right. God knows. She just likes working for a bishop, apparently. Let's see if we can't get her over here. Hey, please change your mind. By favor. How much do we need for that? $680 dues. Well, we'll mark her with special interest, and we'll have to come back to that in a minute. What's our monthly balance looking like right now? 49 gold per month. You know, it won't take too long. She's 32, so we're going to have to act fast, by which I mean have Babby fast. Who do we want? Raoul is a pretty decent... Oh, our other Chancellor disappeared. Shit, that's annoying. You know what? Let's take Raoul. And we'll just have perform Statecraft. Because honestly, even though... Hey, look at that. There we go. That's good. I'm pleased with the rulings that he has made in Court of Late. He is just and fair. They say, and this bodes well for the future of the Holy Roman Empire, reduced by 1. So we are now down to 66. I need to keep like a tracking score on screen or something that ticks down as we play, because this is a little bit annoying. Right, what are we up to? This month, we should be able to hit our... A murmur just found to death. Oh, 15 prestige for killing a man. Fine. Famous bard. So these are... I love that these fire at the same time. You'd assume it'd be random, but no, apparently they are set to just happen X years. We've got a bard, a wry-mouthed bard, who wants 83 gold. Yeah, but I could spend that money on waifu money, so absolutely not. Right, how much money does she want now? I thought it was 680. Oh, right, we're still waiting for that. Right, by favor, she's going to say yes, because of course she is, because, you know, the Holy Roman Emperor is offering her money. Speaking of which, we've got ourselves a revolt. Let me just make sure. Guaranteed. There you go. Right, we're good. An actual war. Accursed infidels. Now, where are they this time? It's going to be somewhere where... Okay, so... Oh, wow. 56,000 men, huh? So these are religious uprisings, so it's not really like we can do much to stop these, unfortunately. We could be more diligent about proselytizing, I guess, which definitely wouldn't go amiss. We'll send our 22 skilled, 22 learning, skilled court chaplain there. Subject religion converted to 42, so 5% or roughly 6% chance yearly of county religion converted. That's a lot of years, my dude. That is many, many years before that place is going to be converted. Okay, we won't worry about it too much. So like 17, 18 years? Either way, on average. Right, okay, so we do have a little bit more retinue size. We have a little bit more wiggle room for that one as well. We've got to spend the money on the favor first before I buy these boys. And then let's get her to court as our Byzantine broodmare. What a horrible thing to say. Let's get to my attention. You're on the leader of a plot to kidnap Imperatrice Helviva. This is most fascinating. Lose 100 gold. We can afford it. I mean, I know we're in a massive rebellion, but what's a couple hundred gold? So I'm actually going to put down a rally point somewhere in southern France with a decent amount of supply, preferably not in the friggin' mountains. Bordeaux has 55. What else is there? There's Provence nearby, 60k. It's kind of a little bit out of the way. Tolosa, 42k. Sure, we'll go for that one. Why not? I don't think we've even got 42,000 men anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right, get rid of Wertheim. Put them down in Tolosa. Off we go, team. Could send boats as well. Boats would actually be kind of easier to some extent, but I'm not going to worry about that. Right, she's here. She's ready to go. She's also a very good character, by the way. Shrewd, you know, ambitious, patient, baptized by the Pope, born in the purple, obviously, or baptized by... Oh, ecumenical patriarch. Ugh. And now our wife has found out about... this Greek woman turns up with a claim on the biggest empire in the world, and she's found out about a plot to kidnap her. Maybe we should just kill her instead. Would that be easier? Although when you kidnap people, you can launch a plot to just straight up kill them without being found out, can't you? So I'm going to go for that one instead. Right, so... People like her are rare indeed. Yes, they are. Not quite as horrifying either. Okay, so we're going to lead just our retinue, basically. Our Frankish knights there, in true Age of Empires 2 style. Because those are the best unit. Right, merge up. Let's go. Oh no, Paladins were better, weren't they? I think so. Anyway, I don't really remember. I haven't played Age of Empires 2 since, like, 1997. Alright, 33, 26, 25 is fantastic for leading a retinue. They're all dying to attrition anyway, or at least some of them are. In fact, the majority of them are. So by the time we get down there, chances are a lot of them are going to die anyway. We might be able to just pick them all off with the retinue. But, you know, we're obviously going to bring the other dudes just to be sure. Fuck it. Just let her find out. She already knows. She already knows. Oh no, she's going to get annoyed at me. Who cares? Like, genuinely, who cares? I'd rather just get rid of her. Blessed has passed. Another one that is not related to us. Oh, this Pope is going to be sorry. He's going to be sorry when we mend this schism. Huh? What about, and then if he doesn't make us a saint, I've got my backup plan, the thing I've been working on secretly behind the scenes. Don't you worry, my friends. We've got something to crack out here. Au contraire, you are great. You are fantastic. You're a good character. Fushy, conscientious, idolizer are all incredible. That either becomes zealous, erudite, or frail. I mean, zealous and erudite are two of the best traits in the game. Frail is shit. Conscientious becomes diligent or temperate, both of which are great traits. Obviously, diligent being A tier. Fussy becomes patient, which is another A tier one. Greedy is fine. Paranoid is also fine for him to be assassinated. This kid is actually incredible. Right, let's assign him Guardian. No, we don't want to do that. I've already done that. We want to pick him a focus. So we can train him in learning, in intrigue, or in stewardship. I'm thinking for the purposes of keeping the realm together, for keeping an efficient administration, for taxes, for everything else, we're going stewardship. Also, he's probably going to do pretty well in stewardship. He's got decent amount of martial, but I think... Oh, I was going to say a lot of that probably comes from trained fighter, but actually it's just his base. Yeah, he's actually getting a fair amount from that. Sure, leave him to it. Map room +2. Oh, we've got Floki's building mod turn on, haven't we? Speaking of which, we haven't done anything with building in what feels like years. So we need improved keeps level 6, siege equipment level 6. Improved keeps level 6 we can get now. Done. Siege equipment level 6, we are miles and miles and miles and miles away. Only because last episode I invested into military organizations. So we got a while before that's going to become relevant, unfortunately. I'm going to mark this one as special interest for no reason whatsoever. Alright, so 16,000 men. How many more men have we got to turn up? Well, let's do 16,000 minus off. So that's roughly half the stat there. Just a back of the napkin maths there. Right, send these boys down. Let's hunt some orc. Is that racist? Can I call them orc? It's a quote from a movie. Dear Mr. YouTube Monetization Manager. It's a quote from the movie Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, right? It's got to be 2 Towers. Yeah, because it's after Merry and Pippin have been kidnapped. Right, anyway, it doesn't matter too much. We should be able to kill some of these dudes, hopefully without the other ones catching up. Man, they are really laying waste to this. Got a stack of 14k there. Now, obviously, this will all fall apart if they even so much as bother to reinforce with a single unit. So this could be a bad thing, but fingers crossed, we are big strong boys, and they're not going to give a shit because it's the AI, and the AI is terrible. And right on cue, the AI don't give a shit, and the AI is terrible. They're coming in with 8,000, but it might be too late. 15th of July? They're going to get there too late. They're going to be reinforcing what is essentially already a retreating unit. Good, good, good. Oh! Oh, it was beautiful. 10,000 of them killed. I told you that was good. Alright, now we're going to make a full retreat because they are sending up to 13,000. Right, so we've got 16k there. Move them across and we're going to pincer attack, my dudes. The classic Sun Tzu Art of War. Fight them on the 7th battlefield. The 7th battlefield is apparently Seville, Spain. But don't read too much into it. I don't think Sun Tzu was a big fan of Spain. In fact, I'm pretty sure he didn't even know it existed. Right, move around. Is that ignorant of me to assume that, you know, an old Chinese dude wouldn't have known that? Anyway, moving around. How are we looking? So these are going to be very, very easy to counter siege, just judging by the fort levels here. Also the fact that there's about 12 dudes in each garrison, so I don't think I'm that concerned. This one's in the bag. This one's absolutely done. If we'd have got here a bit later, then we could have been a bit screwed. Where's the rest of my troops? You boys move down to the north. These guys can go down the center. Pincer attack needs to happen now. They were earlier than I expected. Move in and move out. Hands up and hands down. Kill them all. Oh shit, they've actually got us on that one. Oh god, are we going to reinforce in time? Oh my god, we may just make it. Oh, but they have got 13,000. Oh man, they've got more troops than I thought. I might have got a little bit overzealous with that one. Yep, they've caught us and we've got movement lock enabled. Oh god. We kidnapped our wife. So this is what I was talking about. No one discovers who murdered her. She dies, we gain cruel. Fuck it, I'll take it. That's exactly the plot I meant there, which is why that is probably superior to just straight murdering her. Because obviously if we found out, we become dishonorable and all that crap. Right, okay. So, where is my Greek lady in waiting? Hello. Religiously convert. I would appreciate it a lot. Thank you. It's for the purpose of the campaign. Right, there we go. We're back to 0%, which I feel like is obviously a massive improvement. Right, I can't keep throwing away troops like that, though, because we haven't really got many more to give. We are now married to a lady who has a claim on the Byzantine Empire. Weak claim, but when we have a son, we'll press it for her. I assume that would... Oh, man, unless their succession isn't... What's their succession, though? We'll press it for her, and hopefully he'll inherit. But again, if it's elective, I guess not. I haven't really thought this through, have I? My dude, what's your succession law? Imperial elective. They may still elect the boy. I mean, it's going to be hard, because obviously we can't rig that up. Okay, let's get these troops to meet up. I don't want these boys being picked off. What's the sort of supply we're looking at here? Oh, god damn. Bad is the answer. Very bad. Right. Okay, we don't want to move too far away, but we also don't want to leave them within sort of the line of fire. The reason I don't want to move too far away is because obviously if we move them all the way up and back down again, the attrition's going to be lethal. Speaking of which, it already is. Let's put commanders in charge of this one just to help negate some of that. Otherwise, pretty destructive attrition there. Right, welcome back, my team. Okay, ambition. How about Forge a Bloodline? Of course we will, yeah. What have we got? So surely winning wars. We could go with win foreign wars. Murder, execute 30 people gives us, I think, we're like the Macabre Banquet, which is shit, so I really don't want that one. 15 foreign wars, though, seems like it might be a pretty safe and quite fun and nice and good bet. Right, okay. Let's, I mean, this is a peasant roll as well, by the way, so we haven't got to counter siege everything, we just got to kill the troops. Alright, classic pincer attack, here we go, squad. The attrition is going to murder us, but we're going to murder them first. Nice, great start. Oh, you know what, the attrition is actually not... Oh, I suppose this is our territory, so I don't know why I'm upset about that. Leader is there, we capture him in battle, we might get lucky, we can end this war pretty much immediately. 100%. Look at that, problem solved, get out. That was a pretty hefty peasant roll, huh? 50, what was that, 58,000 men? Not bad to say that we had less than that, but it did cost us our retinues and could have been done a lot more efficiently. In fact, it cost us our entire retinue. Shit. Right, we can assert the title of the Amara of Zab. Sure, why not? I don't even know where that is, but sure. Titular? Oh, it's large. It's a large boy. And one lady owns all of it. Well, congratulations. You, myself, you, my friend, myself, you, don't trust nobody. You, my friend, get yourself, one duchy, but how about a second? Right, so these are all titular kingdoms still, I assume. Oh, no, we've got another one. We've got a non-titular duchy. The Duchy of Tadabalu. Oh my god, we've got almost all of Africa. Or almost all of North and East Africa there. And we've got, don't forget, we've also got part of Jerusalem. We've got part of, we're honestly quite close to the Roman Empire. We've got parts of Spain, almost all of the Mediterranean, besides Greece, but that's going to be a couple of wars, and we could potentially grab that with some clever marriages. I mean, it's accidentally a good Roman Empire already, and we haven't really had to do much. Obviously, we grabbed back Sicily, which was a big, big part of that, but this has been pretty great. Another grand tournament. Now, I don't remember in this one, I honestly can't remember from yesterday, whether or not this gives, whether this reduces the Imperial Decay, and CK2 Plus it does, so fingers crossed it does in this one as well. They seem to have fairly similar mechanics. It might be the same mod at the core, I'm not entirely sure, but I know HIP was more focused about, you know, the map and again, historical accuracy, which is, I guess, why we haven't become immortal yet. I will join the competition with the other warriors. We're not ill this time around. We're 31. We've got, what's our personal combat? 94 personal combat, 23, I was going to call that fighting or warriorship. I mean, I guess I'm not wrong. I will join in the competition with the other warriors. If the Emperor wins it, I mean, that's a good show, isn't it? I mean, that's going to get people on our side, I think. Press with vague promises. We're still under our vassal limit just. I might want to start giving some away, though. Commercial Intense Knights revealed that Karachi was attacked by swordsmen. Who? Man who hired them to perform the dark deed. Someone's trying to kill someone else. I don't really care too much. Like murders in the tournament. So Roy Lavana the Holy wants control of somewhere that he shouldn't have because he doesn't have the negative opinion for wanting control of it. So I'm going to impress him with vague promises. We'll give them to the ones that actually should have it. Oh god, that seems bad for Imperial Decay. We've become cruel and now we're drunkard. We might have to go for I hate to say it, we might have to go for another theologian character just to help keep the realm together. It sucks that the theology focus is so powerful, and it sucks that the Benedictine Order is so powerful. I feel like we're going to have to go for it. I would have joined the Hermetic Society, but maybe we should do that first and get ourselves a Magnum Opus. I'm going to do it just because to get a Magnum Opus that would boost up our stewardship, I think would help reduce decay a little bit, so we're going to do that one. It is based a little bit on stewardship. We're ill. We've come down with some sort of illness. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that you've drunk a shit ton and then the next day you feel unwell. I wonder what that could be, my friend. Oh, nice. Glorification is improved. Fantastic. Getting the trait cough. That's definitely not a hangover then. Well, let's see. I don't know. I don't know. What's he been drinking to give him a cough? Pure, unadulterated anthrax. While he lost several bouts, Leopold von Tyrol... Oh, crappy. Crappy. Come on, ready? Your Emperor's number 1. Here we go. What's his personal combat? 93. Oh shit, and he's got higher martial. Nah, we lost. Terrible. Maybe we were 4th. There we go. Imperial Decay reduced by 1. So I'm making a mental note. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boop. Mental note made. That Imperial Decay in the future does reduce down to 65. We started at 70. We're down to 65. At the rate we're going, we only need another 5 times many episodes to reduce Imperial Decay to nothing. I think Imperial Decay of nothing makes the game way too easy. How that's just basically base game CK2. Anyway, this is going pretty well, I think. What about the Aztecs? I don't like having the Aztec Empire right on our borders, which they literally are, although they're so weak now. They've basically been gutted. Hemophiliac, they are still getting up to their usual Aztec-y stuff, but, I mean, it's not looking good for them, is it? They've fallen from grace quite significantly there. Right, so Hermetic Society. I'm in. Hacker voice. Oh, we actually are in. Right, so what we want to do then is, as soon as possible, acquire ingredients, write theorem paper. We've got quite high learning anyway. In fact, I think we already have magnum opus equipped, don't we? How to build a well, I haven't had equipped. Let's build time minus 20%, and we don't really have the gold for it right now, to be completely honest. Okay, get rid of that one, because we need a child. Oh my god, I can't believe I had that equipped like an absolute idiot. Can we actually equip... Oh, we can equip the other magnum opus, because we're part of the Hermetic Society now, so actually absolutely get that equipped. That takes us, or keeps us, I should say, at 21 learning, which is good for future magnum opuses. Write a theorem paper. Let's get things going here. Let's kick things off. So write a theorem paper. I'll ask for help from those around me. To my knowledge, that doesn't affect it. In fact, I think it just makes it, makes it go better, as you would expect. It's kind of misleading. Certain Hermetic Society's events, you think you're making the right option, picking, say, like, going for, like, the intrigue one for that event is a prime example, but that can actually have a negative effect. You can get caught for plagiarism, which when you lose, what's it called in this? Innovation? No, that's tonal architects. Esoteric knowledge, of course, is esoteric knowledge. What was I thinking? But you can actually lose esoteric knowledge via plagiarism, so sometimes it's not always the best choice. I think with the diplomacy one, though, it's fine. Koku Van becomes diligent, or Koku Van becomes patient. She's a fantastic character either way. So curious becomes shrewd, but normally you can't get that with genius. However, prodigy I think doesn't count as genius because she can also become conscientious, so I'd assume she can become shrewd as well. So I'm actually going to take diligent, because diligent, I believe, gives a bonus to the chance of being shrewd, or more specifically, it doesn't conflict with the intervention trait. This is all very inside baseball. If you want a good guide, actually, by the way, on the education added by Conclave, was it? Way of Life? I don't remember. But if you want a good guide on that, on the public Discord channel, link below, feel free to join in. Pretty decent community. I've actually got some moderators now. Take a look at that. There's actually a really, really great education guide that teaches you basically how to min-max education to the extreme. The secrets of the world will be... Oh, nice. We've already got a chance at the divine epiphany. So we're going to worship a being near Fido Contraire, my brother. Hermetic text. So I normally always go for the middle option here. I mean, it's cost versus risk. Saying that 70% chance with the top one. Fuck it, let's risk it. Right. We've summoned a divine. So we can go sun, stars, gods throughout the world. So it's like sun is stewardship, stars is... I honestly don't remember. Let's go for... I think that is stewardship. So let's go for sun. I might be wrong on this one. Stars might be stewardship. Honestly, don't remember. Let's give it a go. Sun is a star, actually. Oh, it was stewardship. Right, that's good, because that's what we're after right now, trying to reduce this imperial decay. I kind of also want to flip over to theology focus, simply because it gives us more learning, which helps out with our magnum opus and helps out with our theory papers and grand debates and whatever else. But it will also give us a chance to get rid of drunkard, get rid of cruel, and get ourselves some fancy, diligent, humble, patient, all of that crap. What are they called? Virtues. Virtues. You can tell I'm a very Catholic person. I'll send the paper out at once. Won't be Catholic for much longer unless I become a saint, goddammit. I understand that. It's fairly ironic, I will admit. Right, there we go. Becoming grateful. Yeah, it's very grateful. Thank you very much. What about the last one? Burn the apostate. Don't care who it was. Money continues to flow through the trade post in Gutskow. But your relationship with the merchant family owns it has soured. Assemble the mob. Hopefully we can burn it and take the money. My wife, Kalana, has been letting herself go as late. What was a graceful and delicate woman is now fat. The king is fat. What do we say? One of the politely is we can't stop stuffing yourself, you pig. It's none of my business. Go get the breastplate, stretcher. There we go. I actually did stop it. Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen that event fire. Right. Our paper, though. Excuse me, sir, my paper. A wise choice. She's no longer fat. This boy, Prince O'Contrare, my son. Oh my god, he's so good. Oh, hang on, he got frail rather than zealous or erudite. Well, that's shit. I was going to say diligent on top of this is obviously fantastic. You deserve greatness. Ambitious on top of that is obviously fantastic. Headache? Oh, this isn't going to be one of those bugged... there we go. Paper's been accepted. Fantastic. Learning +2. That's always great, because obviously higher learning, more chance of writing a good magnum opus. But more to the point, I think that's maybe one of those sort of backed up traits whereby he's now going to permanently have a headache. So let's keep a close eye on that one. Normally another symptom will have developed by now, so this could be something to keep an eye on. What do we get? We failed the mission. That's a shame, seeing as I took a risk on that one. Okay, good luck, Prince O'Contrare. I believe in you. We can go on a pilgrimage. Actually, is that our... I was going to say, is that our mission? But no, of course, we've taken the theology focus. Sure, let's go on a pilgrimage. Now, have they patched it in this whereby you can spam the button? No, they fixed it. God damn it. Okay. So, to my knowledge, different holy sites actually have a different effect, don't they? A saintly burial site. This is where we can visit various... so, Saint Nut of... the Vesta Scorner sees a lot of pilgrims, so that's somewhere in Sweden. I would travel to see the supposed graves of St. Patrick of Ireland. St. Augustine is well known, so we go to Africa or to Antioch to see the grave of St. Christopher. Let's go to Ireland. Let's go see St. Patrick. Patrick's Day was a couple of days ago. In fact, I think it was like actually last week, but don't worry about that. Oh god, 200 gold to keep a trade post around. It's probably worth it at this point. You get nothing. Good day, sir. On a pilgrimage. Again, I'm not really sure what the best one to go for. What I was going to say is I think certain traits, I guess this is, you know, part of the course, really. Certain, adventures, probably the right word for it, journeys, have a chance at different traits. So gaining gregarious sounds pretty incredible. Thank you. Probably good for keeping the ram together. We are also now aware of our vassal limit. Why? Does that reduce? Why? Oh, Regency. Duh, obviously. My destination is getting progressively closer. Colder. It's getting progressively colder. I mean, is the UK really that different in terms of climate to Paris? I mean, it is, but not by that much that you would be like, oh, my god, it's so cold now. The rain is pouring down, and I'm desperately looking for a shelter. Real Pilgrim would not let weather stop them. Why would you ever pick that one when you could get good night's sleep, giving intrigue +1? Why? Guess because you're sharp, because you had a good night's sleep? You're on the top of your game? I don't really know. Maybe this one has a... Yeah, a Real Pilgrim would not let the weather stop them. I mean, we'll go with that one. The 50 piety is permanent for the most part. +1 intrigue isn't. I wonder what the grave will look like. We're at the grave of St. Patrick. Sorry, I'm trying to blast through this because we're overrunning a lot. The whole area is besides a nun, including the corner of a small chapel. She approached me and asked her to see the grave of St. Patrick. I give here a small nod before she brings me to a large rock where he presumably lie. She kneels down next to me and we take a moment to pray to God together. And then I'm left alone with the grave. I'll remember this moment for the rest of my life. Religious studies, learning +1. What's our learning right now? We must have really buffed that up. Yeah, we're up to 26 now, and that's after we've unequipped a different book as well, I'd like to point out. Hey, Babby, please? How is Babby formed? You are now my new apprentice. That's it. She's importing the robes as well. Darth Kalana. Excellent. Lots of gold from all of our vassals, because they literally... My god, that was a lot of gold. Did we just go from like 700 to 1,100? That was a shit ton of gold. Are we really that much loved, even though we're a cruel, drunk idiot? Yeah, we actually are. Our vassal who likes us the least has 53 opinion. I'm not concerned about revolt risk. Wait, we've also got Sweden? Wow. Yeah. We go all the way from almost Ethiopia there. I actually don't know where the borders are, but almost the Horn of Africa, right the way up to Sweden. That's fantastic. In fact, oh, I thought it was part of Ireland was ours as well, but not quite. Why? Is that Sweden proper? Oh, it's Ireland. It's the same colour as Sweden. Norway? Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's very weird. We're getting the trait Pilgrim, which might help us becoming sainted. I've actually given up on ever becoming a saint, so don't worry about that. But we will leave that there for today, because if I leave myself to this, I could play this all night. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It's been a little bit of round management, a little bit of war, but more importantly, we're just trying to get rid of this decay, my dude. And obviously, the Byzantine plan is well in action. Fingers crossed that the heir does get elected, because that would sort of put this whole thing in the grave, wouldn't it, really? But hey, we'll wait and see how it goes. More importantly, let's give a shout out to all of the insane top tier level patrons making this channel possible. Unmonetized. Well, monetized, but the channel's... yesterday's video had no adverts either. You might notice that. So, for some reason, they don't like this series. It's always this series that gets demonetized. Maybe the Catholic Church has got a hitman out on me. But you know who hasn't got a hitman out on me? The wrong friggin' list again, OBS. Good God. Half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. More importantly, thank you to Lucas Hilting, Sean Thornton, Haydog, Sidini, Tim Bragg, Loris, Croesus, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Michael Mullen, Mora, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Palvis Presley, Asuna Kirito, Conspired Seed, Jimbo, Orkswolf, Facundo Vasquez, Tom Terror 18, Average Gamer 419, Escape, Zazzy 7011, Baniel, Faust, and Eric B for their support the insanity levels on Patreon. Thank you for keeping the channel going, thank you for keeping it alive, thank you for making the dreams of Emperor Au Contraire, the racist epithet of the Holy Roman Empire, true and nice and good. Speaking of nice and good, that's right. Guess who else is? Yeah, I mean, you guys already know, because it is every fucking episode. It's Andrew Wilson, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Euphrates, Icy the Great, Jack Allen, Wolfie, James Barnes, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Der, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, The Sage, Joran DeVries, Haji Dumar, Abdullah, Alpha Scuff, Don2207, Zet McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Sedeth, Asro, Nick, Will Wade, Hancock, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, John Holiday, Zico, Jay Lara, Peter, and Justin Plock. By the way, Abdullah, if you're listening, thank you for your support. You're one of the newest patrons. I'm not going to try and say your whole name, because I think I would actually butcher that one. Like, a lot of these names I'm not very confident on, but your name I think I would really just do you a disservice to. So, we're on a first name basis, my dude. That we're good friends.